Hey Ragamuffins, Jamie here. Thank you so much for joining me and allowing me to lead you through today's workout. Today we're going to be doing a no repeat strength workout, 45 seconds of work with a 15-second rest break. I'm going to be explaining each exercise as they come. 6 exercises, 6 rounds. You'll be needing a variety of weights today, light to moderate weight, as well as a mat and a water bottle. Remember, the timer and I are just guides, so take a break whenever you need it. Grab a hold on to something for balance if you need it as well. All right, grab your water bottle and towel, and let's get started. All right, first we're gonna warm up with squat to chest openers, coming down, opening up those wrists, slowly bending those knees and opening up those wrists. So remember, warming up the body, getting the joints loose, moving, reaching up nice and high, swinging up, and reaching up towards those ceiling, that ceiling, coming up and breathing. I hope you're prepared for lots of random things like that. Back and forth, coming open, tapping forward, chest opener. So I'm squeezing back and coming forward, stepping side to side. You can speed this up or bring it down a bit, bring that notch down and come open. Breathe, side to side. Getting those shoulders open, ready for lots of upper body stuff today. Coming into low impact jacks. Now we're reaching up towards the ceiling as we come side to side. This is a little bit of rub your belly, pat your head. You can come into elbows only, or you can take it out here. If you want to add a little bit of a hop, you can go ahead and do so as well. Breathing, reaching. Nice job. And side to side diagonals. We're reaching up, kind of coming into a little bit of a rotation here. So here you can start, reach, and rotate. No worries on speed here. We're getting the body warmed, loose for this workout. Breathing out when you throw down to the ground. Lift and pull. Coming into those kickers, those butt kickers as you step back. Heels coming to bottom. Again, you can take those arms out and come to kickers only. You can reach high and come here if you want to add a little bit more of a hop. Here, breathing, getting that heart rate up. Nice job. And jog in place. So low impact. I'm not leaving the ground. I'm using my arms, pumping those arms, breathing. If you want, you can come in, run forward, run back. Maybe you want to run side to side. Maybe you have downstairs neighbors. I'm just going to keep it right here. Less than 10 more seconds. Maybe say less than 10 more. I don't even know what that's saying. And opposite side, knee to elbow. So again, we're coming into a rotation, bringing right knee to left elbow. Anytime you can take out that upper body and come into a knee lift only. Thinking about that rotation as you come side to side. And breathing, breathing, breathing. Good job. Nice work. Okay, first we're going to start with incline push-ups to knee rotation touches. Elbow, hand to knee rotation touches. So hands across from the chest. We're going to come down, 2 push-ups. 1, pushing away from the wall. Down, pushing away from the wall. And touch knee. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Step back up, hands across from chest, making sure those elbows are coming down in an arrow fashion, not straight out like a T. Coming down, breathing out for 2, kind of get that balance, and 1, touch, 2, 3, and 4. If you want, you can lower the incline a bit, come down, breathe in out, and come into that knee touch. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rolling the wrist, we're gonna come into a standing chest fly. So I'm gonna grab 2 light weights here, rolling shoulders back. I'm gonna give you a floor option after this, but I wanna show you standing first. Elbows soft, coming in and out. So elbows are soft, in and out. Breathing in and out. If you feel comfortable coming down onto the ground, bend those knees and soften those elbows. Come in, slowly coming out, breathing out, slowly bringing those weights back down with those soft elbows. So standing option or supine, lying down option as you see fit today, whatever's accessible. So here, breathing out. Good. And take that break whenever you need it. Rolling shoulders back. Nice work. Now we're gonna come into a sumo squat. So I'm gonna take my weight, hold it at my chest. My toes are gonna come out, my knees are gonna come out, knees facing toes. And I'm gonna come down, bending my knees, still staying straight up and back up. All the way up to a stand. So you're gonna come down and come back up, rise, all the way up to a stand. If it feels more comfortable for you, you don't have to have those toes as wide. You can come down and up, and always use a chair if that feels comfortable. Back, touching the bottom, standing up. Knees are alongside the toes. Taking a break whenever you need it. Coming down. You vary the depth of the squat depending on how you're feeling today. Coming down, pushing through those feet equally. You don't want to come into one side or the other for this one. We're coming up. Good. All right, a weighted squat to reverse lunge. So I'm gonna grab a weight here, hold it at my chest. I'm gonna come into a squat first, and then a tap back into a reverse lunge. So I'm sitting down, and then I'm tapping back. Both knees are bending, coming back into that squat. Coming back. So this is a little bit of that rub your shoulder. Oh my gosh, I can't even get it right. Rub your belly, pat your head. You're thinking about multiple things, toes and knees aligned, coming into that reverse lunge and squat. Alternating, toes and knees aligned. Now you don't have to use the weight. If you need something to hold on for balance, we'll come here, tap back, knees bending. And here, make sure that upper body is nice and high and you're not hinging far over this way. All right, coming into squat to knee rotation. So here, this is going to be a little bit of a balancing act-ish. I'll start with a little bit lower balance, squat, and so you're not going to bring up that knee for too long, but you want to bring that hand to the opposite side knee, so we're going to get in a little bit of rotation here. Squat, coming down, bringing that knee up. Squat like you're sitting in a chair, coming up. If you want, you can come into a little bit of a deeper squat or a little bit more of a rotation. Here. You don't even have to lift your leg up. You can come into a rotation here. Knee bends, come into a rotation. Down and up. Awesome, you all are rocking it today. Coming down, breathing out. All right, incline, mountain climbers. So countertop or wall, again, whatever you have accessible to you, hands across from chest. My heels are up, and I'm gonna bring up that knee, one at a time. Nice, slow, and steady pace. If this is hard on your wrist, you can come into, I don't have the knee, I can't bring the knee because I have that incline there, but you can, if you have a flat surface, you can come onto the forearms. Breathing out, keeping that core engaged. If you think about a broomstick alongside your back, kind of your crown to bottom, that's how I want the spine, the form to be. So not down here, you're not rounded. Hands across from those shoulder blades, lifting up, breathing out, and nice. All right, now we're gonna come into side-to-side push-ups on the wall or on the incline. So what that means is my hands are gonna start out across from my chest. I'm gonna come down, my elbows are gonna be at that diagonal. I'm gonna come down, push away from the wall, walk it over if you have the space for 1 or 2, set back up. Elbows coming down, pressing up. Walk it over for 2. Again, if you have that space, line up. If not, you can come into a standing child's pose or rest break. If you're on a countertop or lower incline, you're walking it over here, making sure that core stays engaged. Coming up, same thing. Coming into that child's pose break or that rest whenever you need it. Pressing good, breathing out and good, nice work. All right, next we're coming into a thruster. So we're gonna grab 2 weights, and these are gonna be ones that we're gonna bring overhead. So you can always switch them out if it's too light or too heavy as we get going. We're gonna come into a squat here, bending our knees, and then when we come up, we're gonna push those weights up. So knees are gonna come down and breathe out, push those weights up. Coming into the squat, and we're gonna power those weights as they come up to a lift. Rolling shoulders back, coming up and breathing out. Trying to bring those weights up and down at equal time. So like pretending that you have a bar, like they're on a bar, and you're not bringing one up more than the other. You can always come into an alternating lift as well. If that double lift, you'd like a little bit of a break in there. And 1. All right, donkey kicks. These I'm gonna show you first on an incline, then in a quadruped position. Quadruped meaning hands underneath shoulders here. Donkey kicks starting on the wall. Hands across from chest for balance, and you're gonna come into a bend knee and lift. Bend knee and lift. So make sure that you're not bending your torso forward. Breathing, inhale and exhale as you kick out. And now we're gonna switch sides, bend knee and lift. Oh, I told you I was gonna show you on the ground. I apologize for that. So bend knee and lift. If you are on the ground, quadruped position, you're coming in here, making sure that core stays engaged. So breathing, kicking out, and then again, if you needed to switch at either point. And 1. All right, the next one we're gonna come into is a double pump lateral lunge. So I'm gonna hold the weight here. I'm gonna spread my legs apart, a little wider than shoulder width apart, and my one leg is gonna stay straight, my one is going to bend. 1, 2, come up. Now this one's gonna bend, this one's gonna stay soft. 1, 2, come up. 1 and 2. So you vary the depth. You might wanna come here. I'm hinging at the hip here as you can see. So my heels are aligned. I'm hinging at the hip, my knee is bending, coming up. Hinging at the hip means I'm hinging here and not rounding here at the back. 1 and 2, lift. 1, 2, lift. 1, 2, lift. Breathing. And 1. All right. This next one is going to be a tabletop, holding onto the countertop, Bending elbows down, lifting up. But I'm gonna show you a weighted option, tricep extension first. Weight overhead, lifting up here, lifting up here, lifting up here. Two options. So I always in these series will give a standing option and then something on the incline. So here, down, pressing down. So we're working the triceps in both scenarios here. We're working those triceps, but that takes a lot of balance, a lot of stability. And if that's not accessible for you today, you can do these tricep extensions, which are getting you those elbow bends and elbow extends. So you choose. Good. All right. Coming into high knees. High knees, we're gonna start low impact, hardly bringing our feet off the ground. So option one, you're switching side to side, bending those knees, lifting up. Option two, you're kind of coming into a little bit of a march here. If you want, you can incorporate those arms in that march. Option three, you can come lift those hands up high, even higher still. And then option four, you can add some speed to it, keeping that core engaged as you come up and down. Woo. Inhale, breathe in, exhale. You can sing if you want. I will always choose singing. Getting ready for the cool down. Thank you all so much for joining me. Toes out, knees out, inner thigh stretch, coming down, maybe rocking side to side, coming up, rolling. However this feels good, maybe you kind of bring one shoulder forward, getting those inner thighs open and coming back, down. Breathing, breathing, breathing. Great work today. Thank you so much for joining me for this fun no repeat shoulder stretch, crossing over, bringing that arm across, holding right above the elbow. Maybe you want to add a little bit of a shift there with the body, rolling that wrist and switch, other side, opening up, grabbing above the elbow. Maybe you're rolling that wrist, maybe you're rolling that ankle. I kind of like to add those in there as well. Breathing. Coming into shoulder lifts and then reaching those hands down to the ground as we stretch side to side neck. Rolling, shifting, breathing. Good, good, good. Inhale, exhale. Coming down to the side. So you're kind of coming down shoulder, ear to shoulder, a little bit of a nod as you reach down towards the ground. Good, chest and back openers. I'm coming forward, kind of giving some invisible bear a hug. I don't know, that was weird. And opening up, invisible bear. I don't know why, Jamie. Lifting. Coming forward, reaching, opening up that low back. I guess that's the only bear that I would hug. And coming forward, if it were invisible. You don't want to be in my brain. And now we're going to come into a side to side stretch. So reaching up, supporting that hip, coming up and over. So you're reaching up first, and then coming over, rolling the wrist down. Coming up, rolling the wrist down. Good. Breathing, breathing, breathing. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Hip flexor stretch. We're stepping back, tucking that glute under, engaging that glute, tucking the pelvis under, squeezing that glute, coming up and over if that's something, if you feel balanced. hold on to something for balance. 5 more seconds on this side. 2 and 1. Switching, coming back, knee slightly bent, tucking under, breathing up and over. And 1. Now we're going to come to hamstring stretch side to side. Dig that heel into the ground, hinge forward. This we're going to alternate. So we're not going to stay kind of static. We're hinging at the hip and coming side to side, right and left. Breathing, hinging forward. You all, I hope that movement session left you feeling good. Knee bend openers right where we started. Feeling warm, opening up, feeling kind, reminding yourself how cool your body is and how much it can do. Maybe some feelings like came up of like, oh, I feel this stretch in my neck. Ooh, my neck is tight, or anything like that. Just whatever came up, breathe, maybe you think about it, maybe you let it go. To each their own. Regardless, I'm so happy that you joined me for today's movement session, and I look forward to seeing you next time, because Ragamuffins, movement for more, for so much more, flexibility, endurance, balance, coordination, because you were made for so much more. So, see you next time.